Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Gootz cast for Wednesday. No, it's not Wednesday. Thursday, July 2nd. We're talking about Wednesday. Thursdays still feel like Wednesdays until we do this.
Oh, man.
There's so much wrestling that we watched. Yes, last night was Wednesday Night Wars. It was NXT's Great American Bash.
Yes.
Is AEW's Fyter Fest.
Fyter Fest, correct.
Andrew Lee. Andrew, how are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm just telling you, nobody needs to go out on Wednesdays. You've got all the entertainment you need Wednesday nights. Everybody stay home, you know?
But don't forget about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Also, that's good. I know you don't like it. You're racing.
Exactly.
But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is right after the wrestling. So what I do is I watch NXT, then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then AEW.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5 hours of entertainment.
Yeah. My schedule on Wednesdays, I watch NXT, and then I punch myself in the balls because it's similar to watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and then I watch AEW Dynamite. It's the same thing, yeah.
Show some respect. All right, so we are going to start. Let's start. I thought both shows were very good. I thought NXT was better. What did you think?
Ooh, that's you know what? Let me think. What show was better? I actually thought I liked both shows, but I did not think NXT was better. But it was very close. But I'll be willing to go over everything, and I'll explain why I think at the end AEW was better. But we're gonna start with NXT, right?
Yes, let's start with NXT.
All right. This was not live. We're coming from the Performance Center, and it's the Great American Bash. They've got big Great American Bash signs everywhere. They've got two beautiful cars right in the rampway. You've got, I think, there's like a red convertible. You got like a white Viper. They're kind of like patriotic looking. And we got Morrow, Tom, and Beth Phoenix. And we start off right away with a match. We got Tegan Nox coming out versus Dakota Kai versus Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae in a fatal four-way elimination match for the number one contender for the NXT Women's title. This was actually a really fun opener. A lot of cool moments. There's one moment where Candice LeRae is hitting the ropes, and like Mia Yim like fucking T-bones her with a drop kick. It looked great. Did you see Dakota Kai? She went face first in the corner of the apron. That was crazy too. First elimination comes when Mia Yim puts a knee to her face. Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae is the first one out. I was really surprised by that. And then there's some kind of like miscommunication, and then Mia Yim. She gets put into an Dakota Kai hits her with an O'Connor roll and a cover, and Mia Yim is the second person out, which leaves Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox. By the way, they had mentioned earlier there's going to be limited commercials, right? Limited commercial interruptions.
There actually were a lot of commercials for limited commercials.
There was a moment where later on
they should have even said anything. I wouldn't even notice it.
During this match, there were a lot of commercials. And in fact, there was a moment where they were doing picture-in-picture, and there was a great moment where Mia Yim has a double submission on Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai, but it's in picture-in-picture. You can't even see it's so small. That was a great spot.
There were a lot of commercials for this limited commercial.
Yeah. By the way, so it's Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox. Tegan Nox was, in my opinion, the weak link in this entire match. She was just constantly making goofy-looking faces, like constantly like, "What? What's happening?" What ends up happening? There was a cool moment though where Tegan Nox hit a fall-away slam bridge cover. Did you see that? That was actually really cool. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I like that.
Tegan Nox hits the shiniest wizard on Dakota Kai. She is surprisingly the number one contender to face Io Shirai. I was surprised by that. My pick was Dakota Kai, but overall,
you know why I'm not surprised? I think they just want someone that could make Io Shirai look good, like lose. And Tegan Nox is the best one that can just lose to Io Shirai.
Clean. Yeah. That you're willing to let lose clean. Did you like this match?
Yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot, actually. I've been very critical of most of these dingbats, but in past weeks, but I thought they did a good job for them.
I watched NXT before AEW, and I was like, this is a really good opening match. I was like, oh, AEW is they're gonna have to step up their opening match as well. And the next, I thought it was really great. Then we get a a Damian Priest promo on Cameron Grimes. It's like a nothing promo. And then you had match number 2, Timothy Thatcher versus Oney Lorcan. And this was like a throwback match. Both guys are kind of like throwbacks. This is probably like the ugliest match I've seen. Meaning, like, there was a point where they started like, in the middle of the match, they started making faces at each other. You saw that when they were standing there. I was like, it's a contest of who can make the ugliest face. I was like, I like it because this is like a very different than your, there's no flips. It's just hard hitting, like trying to grapple style. Timothy Thatcher wins with a Fujiwara armbar. I thought this was fine too. This was just like, it was a fun match. Did you like
this match a lot. Yeah, so far 2 for 2. I thought it was a good match to give Timothy Thatcher and Oni Baloney. I thought they both delivered.
Oni Baloney is actually a good opponent for Timothy Thatcher.
They really brought the pain, and I enjoyed it again.
It's Oni, like, sometimes there's some guys he clicks really well with, and it was like him with Danny Burch before they became a tag team. They had like 2 back-to-back matches that were just like amazing, and I feel like that he could do the same thing with Timothy Thatcher. But yeah, you're right. NXT had 2 good matches. I'm like, wow, this is on a roll. And it was only downhill from here. I'll tell you that. We get this Karrion Kross video package. It's all right. And then we get match number 3. Rhea Ripley, who was in one of the highlighted matches of WrestleMania just a couple of months ago, is in a handicap match with Aaliyah and Robert Stone. And man, this match was like, I didn't enjoy this match. Morrow made no less than 2 Stone references. Like, I was just like, I get it. His last name is Stone, man. All right, like, I don't know how many puns you want to put in here. It's not. You're not.
I just have to add, and I'm gonna come back to this later on. Morrow was once again unlistenable.
Yeah.
Atrocious. Let me tell you something. I gotta tell you, who really, this is why wins and losses matter. They act like they don't. They do. Rhea Ripley has been destroyed ever since she lost at WrestleMania. She has nothing left. Everything that made her special is like gone. They've ruined her. And usually it takes a while, but they've done an amazing job. Dude, I gotta be honest with you. If I was booking this, and I know nobody would agree with me, I would have suddenly, like, when they got in the ring, I would have had Robert Stone actually become Robbie E and destroy Rhea Ripley and be like, I don't even want you in my stable. And throw her out of the ring and then repackage her. Have Aaliyah and Robert Stone just beat her. And then,
no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have done that.
I think she's just garbage now. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's done. They fucked it. Dude, I thought she was going to be the next Becky Lynch in November. And now she's just fucking garbage.
I don't think you were the only one who thought that.
Yeah.
When I was watching this match, and by the way, this is a joke match, and it's clearly a joke match because Robert Stone.
But she starts losing too. It's like,
yeah, Robert Stone's a manager, so when he comes out and this is his first wrestling match in WWE, even though he's a real wrestler, he was dressed up like a boxer. He was pulled up tight. He's wearing goggles.
I think they need to get rid of this character and put it back as Robbie E. I like that character.
You know what? If you had to do this match and I was booking it, what I would actually do was I would actually have Rhea mess around with them and then shockingly lay down and ask for the cover. Be like, I want you to pin me. Letting her purposely lose, and she goes, now I want you guys are going to manage me. And then she has like a whole fucking stable now where Aaliyah is her fucking fall guy. And Robert Stone's her manager. And that's what I would just turned her heel.
I would have just wrote her off
and
repackaged her. I gotta tell you, the way she lost to Charlotte and the way they just sent her away and then she never got revenge on Charlotte was the worst thing they could have done to her. Because I remember you being like, it wasn't that bad. But it destroyed her mystique with her, crying like a bitch, tapping out like an idiot.
But it was a good match, and I thought like,
it was a good match, but she should have lost to Charlotte. She
shouldn't have, but I feel like I don't know why they did that, but they did it. I mean, that's WB booking. When I was watching this, the first things I was thinking was, man, who did Rhea piss off? I'm trying to figure out, did she piss somebody off? Because she's
Dude,
she's
I'm gonna
been
say something.
fucking
I'm gonna say
down.
something
Yeah.
insanely. Can I just say something insanely? Not. I don't. No, I would not hold this against her. But when I saw that she was dating a black dude, I'm like, Vince is done with her. She's never gonna go anywhere. I know that sounds weird, but
I didn't even know that. Yeah. I was thinking maybe Charlotte saw her as like a legit competition. So
no, it's
maybe,
Vince. It's Vince. That
okay.
Charlotte. If Vince is in, well, dude, Alexa Bliss was beating everyone fair and square in the middle of the ring, and she's like half their size when Vince was in there. If Vince is into you, if Vince believes, like I don't know, if Vince believes in Dana Brooks and says to Undertaker, you need to put over Dana Brooks, they're
Mhm.
gonna fucking do it if Vince
Yeah.
is behind you. So I don't think it's
Well,
Charlotte. I
okay.
think
So
Vince lost interest.
initially I thought, man, she's getting buried or something. She must have pissed somebody off. But the match ends with, even though the heel team did get a little bit of offense in the middle, it basically ends with Rhea Ripley putting both Robert Stone and Aaliyah in a double prism trap and
Mm-hmm.
submits both of them. And I started thinking, there's a possibility this could just be like they don't have anything for Rhea right now, so this is just like a holding position until they can get her back into the main event
Yeah.
picture where she's a competitor. So it could be that too, but
I do
not
think
a good look.
I
Regardless, it's
have
not
a
a good
theory that if they don't like who you date, it affects your push. And I felt that way with Rusev and Lana because Vince didn't think Rusev should have a woman who looks like Lana. And I feel like that was always a thing against them. And I think like who the guy she's dating, they're holding that against her. I mean,
That's
you
that's a
don't
possibility.
nothing with me. I just feel like Vince's racism comes out.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Junior is racist.
Yeah,
Don't get it
that
twisted.
company's
He's
racist.
racist. You can say,
Don't.
oh well, he's had a black champion. Like, dude, you can still. Did you guys ever hear of PR? Like, you can still make your champion be black and still be racist, dude. Trust me.
These
There's
companies, both companies, have so much going wrong with them. Not just WWE,
yeah.
AEW, and the journalists. Can I tell you, like, the more I'm watching these shows, and I'm like putting real time into watch, the more I realize like these journalists, they're gonna criticize these shows, but they're not gonna call them out because they need these shows to continue, so they have something to do.
Yeah. Well, mixing business and pleasure.
Well, not
Unfortunately,
even
this for
business
us. This,
pleasures.
this,
They need people to subscribe to the newsletter. If
that's fine.
AEW
Business and pleasure.
if
You,
AEW went under and WWE did everything right,
Mhm.
there'd be nothing for them to write about.
I know exactly, but for us, it's just pleasure. So
Yeah,
we're just gonna talk about it the way we are.
yeah,
I'm not making any more of it, and it's fine with me. It's okay. I'm
yeah. I
watching.
don't care.
I would have been watching this to be regardless.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then at the 9 o'clock mark, we have a Roderick Strong Dexter Loomis video package, and it leads to the fourth match of the night: Roderick Strong versus Dexter Loomis in a strap match. Roderick Strong comes out strong and just starts beating on him before the strap even comes on. And I'm trying to figure out why Strong is so scared of Dexter Loomis, and they mentioned that he was trapped in the trunk with Bobby Fish for 12 hours. And I was like, that's a crime. It's like 12 hours.
Why does he call the police?
They put him 12 hours in the trunk. I was like, how's he not dead?
Yeah,
And
did they pee on each other?
and how come Bobby Fish is fine? Because they said Bobby Fish was in there too. He's fine. And this match was just way too long. It was just
I thought it was because Dexter was in love with him and that freaked out Roderick.
Yeah, me too. But I don't know. He's trying.
That's what it really is, but they don't want to say that out loud.
Yeah.
Dexter wants to fuck Roderick, and Roderick is a homophobe. So
yeah, that would have been more. That would have been more believable.
But that's basically what's going on. They don't want to say that.
This match is all right. Roderick Strong. There's some cool moments where like he hits the Olympic Slam on Loomis on the floor. That looked painful. There's cars parked in the ramp where they try to open up the trunk to do something like that. Bobby Fish comes out. He tries to distract, but to no avail. He ends up getting clotheslined by the strap, and Dexter Loomis hits his finisher, the Katakatami submission, which they now named the Silence. It's the one where he puts it on you and just stares at you the whole time. He wins with the Silence. Dexter Loomis is your winner. To me, this match was too long to be enjoyable. It could have been 5 minutes shorter.
It went a little bit too long.
Yeah.
They don't have the storyline, and they're not, because of the storyline, he's not having as good of a match as he usually can. I'm talking about Mr. Strong.
Yeah.
Because he has to constantly act like, oh!
Yeah, because this is not just a wrestling match. It's like a wrestling match with drama in it. So he has to play up the drama, which some people could do well, some people can't do well. And,
they're not good actors, the Undisputed guys.
Yeah. You know, like, hey, sometimes you're gonna get put into a match where you're like, hey, you gotta be like you act like you're scared of doing the clown, and some guys can really do it, some guys can't. So anyway, this match shouldn't have been this long. Then we get Keith Lee, Adam Cole video, because that's gonna be the main event for next week's part 2 of Great American Bash.
Breaking news!
What's
you
up?
Ready? WWE has bought Evolve.
WWE bought Evolve?
Yeah.
Nah, I knew something like that was going to happen. Did they buy all of WBN, or did they just buy Evolve?
Let me see.
Because if they buy WWN, they get, like, humongous tape libraries. They get Dragon Gate USA. They get Shimmer. They get Evolve. They get...
they get you.
What?
Some guy posted on Instagram. I don't see it on Dave Meltzer. Let me go. Evolve WWE. I just put Evolve, and then all this other weird shit came up there. Evolve WWE.
I mean, this is.
Yes. Okay. Here. Yeah. 37 minutes ago. Complete details. Okay. Hold on. Let's see what I got here. It says Andrew Lee hates black people. That's really weird. That was the storyline.
I don't hate black people.
Okay, Evolve, and this is from WrestleZone. Evolve, an independent wrestling promotion that's also acted as a foreign territory for WWE for the last 4 years, will not survive the COVID pandemic. After struggling to pay refunds for this year's WrestleMania weekend events, PW insiders confirming that WWE is purchasing the company from Hammurabi's World Wrestling Network. WWE will hire. Well, hold on. Here's it. The entire tape library of Evolve, as well as all the libraries of Dragon Gate USA. Gabe Sapowski will also work full-time for WWE. While sources indicate that WWE is interested in several of the talents currently signed to Evolve, some of them are black, and Andrew Lee doesn't like black people, so they told him not. Signed to Evolve, talent contracts are not a part of the deal, and WWE would have to negotiate with individual wrestlers to sign them. WWE and Evolve were already going closer, to pre-pandemic, with the 10th anniversary show on the WWE Network. WWE now have access to taped events featuring talent ranging from Daniel Bryan to Walter to Darby Allin to Young Bucks.
Wait, so they got... I'm sorry, I keep going. I keep interrupting you. Sorry.
WWN continues, once they've paid all the refunds, they're going to continue to try to do shows for Full Impact Pro, Shine, and ACW. There's no word on if WWE will continue the relationship with WWN once its purchase is complete, or if Evolve events will continue in some fashion in a time where wrestling events can actually occur. So they have the tape library, they own the rights. Gabe Sapowski's a WWE employee, but they don't have any talent contracts. So
they get all the tape libraries, WBN?
No, just of Dragon's Gate USA and Evolve.
So that means WWN still exists independently.
I told you who they have. They have Shine. They have Andrew Lee Hates Black People, the Pro. Full Impact Pro, Shine, and ACW.
And those are not in the deal?
No. They can still do shows. So basically, they could not pay out all the refunds, Evolve and WWN. WWE bought Evolve so they could finish paying out the refunds.
So for people who don't follow the story, what happened was Evolve, obviously WrestleMania weekend, a lot of these independent companies, they put on shows that whole weekend, and Evolve was one of them. They got like a big, they rented out a big space, and they already sold tickets. And then when COVID happened and WrestleMania didn't happen, they had to refund all those tickets. They also I don't think they got any of their money back from the security deposit for renting the place.
Everyone got fucked.
So Evolve got fucked, and they're done, I guess. There was a big rumor that they were done for a little bit, and my whole thing was, man, the Evolve, not only does Evolve have like good talent that they always use at developmental, but they have got an amazing tape library. Yeah, it's shitty quality, it's indie quality, but They have Dragon Gate USA, which is done. That promotion is done, by the way. Dragon Gate USA was like a partnership of Gabe Sapolsky and Dragon Gate, the actual Dragon Gate that's still in Japan, which is, by the way, the #2 promotion in Japan. All right, they're like, it's New Japan and then it's Dragon Gate. Dragon Gate still would get big numbers and audience members, but some of their talent, a lot of their legends, when they're young, they're wrestling in Dragon Gate USA, mixing it up with guys like Gargano, John Moxley, the Young Bucks,
Kushibushi,
Drew Gulak, Kushibushi, all those guys. Like, what do you call it? So if you guys just want a taste of what I'm talking about, just go on YouTube and they have a full show posted. So all that stuff coming to the WWE Network is, that's it. My summer's done. That's all I'm gonna be doing.
Well, if it goes on the network, they still. If they put on the network, they didn't put it on the network.
If they put it on the network, which
I'm sure they will.
Do it. Yeah, if you don't do it, you're an idiot. If you don't put it on the network after you
even
buy
like a best of Gargano or best of because Drew McIntyre wrestled for Evolve too.
Yeah, you don't know how many people went through Evolve. So many. Let me ask you a question. They said they're gonna go over each talent individually, whether or not who they should sign.
No, they said they didn't buy any contracts, but they could hire people.
They could, right? I'm thinking who they should hire is AR Fox.
That's what everybody's saying.
Dante Fox from Lucha Underground. He's good. He's the guy who brought Austin Theory to Evolve. He was like, this kid needs to get signed.
Like, this guy likes underage children.
Yeah. So AR Fox is somebody I would. Maybe Anthony Green. Guess what? Darby Allin matches aren't Evolved. And that's now going to be on the network. That's going to be fantastic. I guess that is big news. That's huge news. But should we continue with this review?
Yeah, let's continue with the review. Yeah.
All right. So after the Keith Lee, Adam Cole video package, we get their Garganos are being interviewed. And, they're mad because Candice LeRae lost. All of a sudden, while Johnny Gargano's talking, Candice LeRae, runs away. They go look, and her and Mia Yim are fighting backstage again. And Johnny Gargano gets involved. Isaiah Swerve Scott was there for some reason, and Johnny Gargano and him started getting into it. He's like, hey, don't touch my wife. And
that's his wife?
No.
Johnny Gargano said that. I thought it was Isaiah Swerve Scott's wife.
And it looked like they're trying to build something between Gargano and Swerve. And they had to pull apart. I could have sworn that one of those guys was HBK, right? Was HBK one of the guys pulling them apart?
I don't know if they would just waste it. No, Scotty Too Hotty.
That was Scotty Too Hotty.
Yes.
Oh, God. Yeah, he looks like HBK. Just, not as cross-eyed,
He's actually looks now in better shape than HBK.
Yeah, he is. He's way better shape than HBK. Then we got Legado del Fantasma. They come to the ring to cut a promo. He starts cutting a good promo, Santos does, about how Lucha Libre back then, man, if you were a luchador, you were in movies, and it's not what it used to be anymore. And then Drake Maverick comes in, he with a neck brace on, he rips it off, and he's just getting beat up by all three of the Legado members. And then Breezango comes in for the save. So, it looks like it's going to be a 3-on-3, which they did mention is going to be the match for next week. Anything for the NED segment so far?
I liked the little fucking thing with El Himo Fantasma.
Yeah.
But those other backstage shits I could take could care less.
So they had 4 matches, and then the next hour of the show was just them trying to build up matches for next week's Great American Bash. This is some shitty booking. It's like 1 week.
Well, I'll tell you, the first match is good, and then this next match because now we're to the main event, right?
No, we had a Cameron Grimes interview where he's imitating Damian Priest. Like I said, they're just building up for fucking next week. We get a Mercedes Martinez video package again. And then, yes, we go to our 5th and final match. Sasha Banks comes out with Bayley. They drive in a car. They come out with a Corgi. They look like superstars, man. They fucking drive in. They come out. They got a dog and shit. They got belts. And Io Shirai comes out. This match was fantastic.
This was fucking amazing. It was a great show. 3 great matches.
3 great matches? Yeah, I guess you're right. 3 great matches. The middle got fucking shitty, though. I would say there's a large part of the middle that's garbage.
I just need 3 great matches. That's all
There's this great moment. This is the best match they had. Sasha Banks versus Io Shirai. This is
yeah,
a cool
wait.
moment.
Yeah, it's great.
You know what happened? Like, I forgot how good Sasha Banks was as a wrestler. And then you're watching her in this match where there's no tether holding her back. And she just goes all out. There's this moment where she takes Io Shirai, she power bombs her into the plexiglass, and then just power bombs her onto the floor. I was like, damn, she's vicious. There's a moment where near the end, Bayley's what do you call it? Io Shirai, Sasha Banks is trapped in a submission move, and then Bayley tries to distract the referee, and the referee's distracted, but she threw the belt, one of the title belts, into the ring so Sasha could grab it to try to hit Io Shirai while Bayley is distracting the referee. But as she grabs the belt, Asuka comes out from underneath the ring and holds the belt. They face off, and Asuka spits COVID-19 into her face, and it's just like all over her face. She's got the COVID, and then she gets hit with a moonsault by Io Shirai. Io Shirai wins in a fantastic. This is the best match of NXT. I did cringe a little bit when she spit that green mist in her face, but I was like, hey, it is what it is.
This was a great match. Sasha's a great worker, and the fact they use it to continue storyline was fucking dope. This was really good, man. I really like this match.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember why I thought AEW was better, because starting from the Karrion Kross video package all the way down until this last match, it's just all garbage.
Well, I'll tell you why I think this, because I think AEW had one amazing match, and everything else was just okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll get into it. But by the way, next week on part 2 of Great American Bash, these are the matches announced: Adam Cole versus Keith Lee for the NXT title. We got Drake Maverick.
The ending has been leaked.
The
ending has been leaked.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, let's not talk about it here.
Hebrew.
Okay, so then we got Adam Cole versus Keith Lee for the NXT title. Drake Maverick and Breeze Angle versus Legado del Fantasma. So it's a 6-man tag. Candice LeRae versus Mia Yim again.
Wow, you're racist. You mixed up the 2 Asian broads.
Did I really?
Yeah, you called her Io Shirai.
Oh, Io Yim.
Io Yim. Yeah. You're Asian yourself. What's wrong here, bud?
That's only 3 matches. I'm assuming the other 2 matches were not announced, but I'm assuming it's going to be Gargano versus Swerve Scott and Damian Priest versus Cameron Grimes. That's what I'm assuming based on all the booking they were doing in this match, in this episode. That's what I assume. Am I right?
I think you might be right.
Yeah,
but
actually, yeah, you could tell me the spoilers afterwards. But yeah, it's fine. There's a large gap in the middle where it's just garbage. It's pure. You can miss.
I know, but I do like those 3 matches a lot.
They do, but there were some fun matches on AEW. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there were some okay matches.
AEW was so much fun. It's coming to us live, guys. This is.
So I'll tell you one thing about AEW before we go.
Yes.
That fucking commentary with Jericho was bad.
Oh, I disagree. I liked it. But anyway, AEW's live. We've got tons of people ringside. I mean, we got non-wrestlers. We got women. We got ladies. We got girls in bikinis.
Oh, girls in bikinis. That was weird.
There was girls in bikinis standing in the audience. Not just sitting down. They were standing in the audience. So you know how Taz later on cuts a promo. Let's get into that when we get there.
Okay.
Want to do that? Okay. Jericho is joining Excalibur, JR, and Tony Schiavone on commentary. He's wearing a Canadian suit because it's Canada Day, I think, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And it's a live show. So the first match we got is MJF and Wardlow. And remember, this is a live show. There's a moment where MJF keeps trying to talk into the microphone, but it's not on because they're showing the video package of why this feud is happening. But he keeps trying to talk into the mic. It's not on. He's just like, I thought it was really funny. But then, he finally gets to speak, and it was a great promo, man. He talks about how, people want to know why this match is happening. This match isn't happening because I hate him. This match is happening because we're in a ratings war. And who do you put in the front line when you have a ratings war? Me. You put MJF. I thought it was a great promo. It was fantastic. Jericho loved it. Jericho loved that promo. And then it's MJF and Wardlow versus Jurassic Express. And you did not tell me what the best match was tonight, but I would say it was this one. This match,
Nope.
this match was fantastic.
It was okay. Wasn't the best.
This match was great. This is one of the best openers I've seen. It was fantastic. The commentary was good too.
Jericho just keeps screaming over them.
That's the thing, though.
It's annoying after a while.
There's this part where Luchasaurus and Wardlow, the two big guys, he's going at it. He keeps calling them King Kong and Godzilla. And there's a point where he goes to Excalibur and goes, "Do you know why I keep calling you Luchasaurus Godzilla?" And Excalibur goes, "No." And he goes, "It's because he likes Japanese movies, you idiot." That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Because it's clearly because he's a giant lizard. But, it's right over, I guess. Anyways, this match is great. Wardlow is fantastic. He's a big dude. Dude, he was doing Hurricanranas. He was going off the top. That was incredible. There's a point where Wardlow, he's on stage and he tosses Marco Stunt off the stage into Jungle Boy. Wardlow hit a senton. Remember when he hit that senton bomb? I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that should have been the finish.
Yeah, but the finish was good. They made Wardlow look strong. Basically what happened was MJF got the diamond ring, the dynamite ring, and he goes to punch Luchasaurus, but Lucha gets out of it. And he almost punches Wardlow, and he gets mad and he goes, "Don't you do anything right?" Like, he yells at Wardlow's face. Somebody pushes in the back. He accidentally punches Wardlow with the ring. So Wardlow's out. No. He punches Wardlow in the ring, and then something happens where MJF gets thrown out. Wardlow's in the ring with Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus hits him with a choke slam. Wardlow sits right up. So then he has a whole bunch of kicks to the face, and then a standing moonsault on Wardlow. Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy win this match. This was fantastic. It was a great opener. They're sowing the seeds of dissension between MJF and Wardlow. Great promo up top. A match that was I thought it was better than the NXT women's opening match, even though that was a good match as well. I like this a lot.
I think you're racist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was.
What didn't you like about this match? Just the commentary?
I didn't like the fact that the Swanton Bomb wasn't the finish. I thought that should have been the finish. I did like the fact that finally, I think that it was good that Jungle Boy and the other guy won, because they don't win big matches on Dynamite.
Yeah.
So, but it was okay. I just wasn't as crazy about it as you.
Mm-hmm. And they did mention how, I did like that they're really starting to show the breakup between those two,
Yeah.
So then after this match, they have next week, they're going to have a puppy rumble, is it? Right.
Yeah, puppy thing. I don't know what they're doing with that. But
yeah, so after next part 2 of Fyter Fest next week on TNT, they're having little puppies in wrestling rings or something like that. I think that's what it is. That's what they showed a promo for. I wasn't really sure what that was.
Everyone loves puppies.
We come back from commercial break, and Lance Archer and Joey Janela are fighting in the audience because these guys are going to have a match next week. They have a great Sheeta and Penelope Ford video package. I thought it was a really good video package because it really kind of like shows what's going to happen, like where it is built up to. And then you get match number 2, Ford versus Sheeta. Kip Sabian is ejected from before this match begins. He takes Sheeta's kendo stick with him just to make sure there's no, there's no funny business. They showed dark results from AEW Dark during this match. Penelope Ford was super flexible in this match. There's a point where Sheeta tries to come off the top and she like matrixes out of it or anything. There's a point where Kip Sabian does come back with the kendo stick, but he just gets hit in the face by Sheeta. Penelope Ford eats a Falcon Arrow, but she kicks out. The match keeps going. She gets hit with another Falcon Arrow. She kicks out. Penelope Ford looks like a beast in this one. And finally, Sheeta hits her with a running knee for the win. This was another fantastic match. AEW and NXT both had 2 opening matches were great. I'm going to give the edge to AEW, though. I thought both the AEW matches, the opening matches, were better than the NXT opening matches, even though theirs was good, too. Did you like this match?
This match with Penelope Ford?
Yeah.
This match was the second best match I've seen in AEW so far.
This match was better than I thought it was going to be.
This match was fucking awesome. And it really proved to me that Penelope Ford needs to be a star in this company more so than anyone else. She is really fucking good. She brought it. I didn't expect it to be this good, and she fucking brought it.
She brought it, and I'm gonna say part of it. Sheeta's really good. Sheeta can bring out the best out of people.
I mean, I've seen Sheeta and Nyla Rose matches. I want to put my fucking head through a TV. They were so boring.
I've seen her match with Britt Baker was fantastic, and then when I see Britt Baker with other people, I'm like, what the fuck is she doing here?
Yeah.
So because I've seen Penelope Ford in other singles matches on like AEW Dark, and I'm like, she's all right. She's getting there. So it's tough for me to say that she's already there.
I think Penelope Ford was really good in this. I mean, I think she's better than Nyla Rose. So
one thing I would say about Penelope Ford, she's 100% a star in the making. Like,
yes,
when you see her,
look, their women division is fucking garbage, beyond garbage. They need to put all their efforts in Penelope Ford. She is a star. She has an incredible look. Everything about her is fucking.
And even though she lost, she came out looking good in this loss because she took 2 Falcon Arrows, which is Sheeta's finisher, and she still kept going. She did look good in this match. This was a very, very good match. I thought, this is a good match. First 2 matches, AEW, fantastic.
Great match. I really like this match.
I did like the first match a little better, but this was still a good match.
This was better. Penelope Ford should be the world champion. I think she should beat John Moxley.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I'll go that far.
Then we get the next segment is Technique by Taz, where he goes over like a move, and he's talking about Moxley's paradigm shift, and then he basically at the end he points out how it's not going to work on Brian Cage because he's got these humongous traps.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I do like these segments where he goes over finishing moves and stuff.
I like that too. It's good.
Yeah, it kind of makes it more legitimate what they're doing. And then we're going to go to match number 3. We got Jake Hager versus Cody Rhodes for the TNT title. Before this match begins, both men are standing in the ring, and they showed a Tron, and they showed the stats on the Tron while both men are in the ring. These are stats about how long they keep people in submission and so forth. I really like this. I wish they keep doing this, where they show the fucking stats on the Tron while men are in the ring. It's a great visual. Yeah. Visually, it looks great. They take this opportunity to mention that they have a 3-pack permanent temporary tattoo that you could buy of Cody Rhodes' tattoo.
Why would you want that tattoo?
Really funny. But that's what you gotta do. You're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna fucking sell everything.
But that tattoo's so ugly. Who's gonna buy that?
Yeah, but you know how like one of the things you always hear about people who leave WWE is that like they're not willing to sell merch for everybody. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why? Why are you not willing to sell merch for everybody? I don't get it. It makes no sense. And this is like everything should be sold. Everything should be turned into merchandise. 100% should. What do you call it? There's a cool moment in this match. By the way, Jake Hager's wife, I forgot his wife's name. It's like Constance or some shit like that. She's at ringside, and there's this cool moment where when the ref's not looking, Cody's on the ropes, she slaps Cody in the face, and then she looks at the camera and she's like, oops, like she got caught doing that, which I thought was great. I thought it was great that she, because you're not supposed to be like, oh, I got caught, you're not supposed to act like you shouldn't have been doing that and you're doing something devious. But I like that. Dustin comes out and, by the way, during this match, Cody hit this great, like, top rope cutter, backwards cutter, but you know how he normally does? He jumps up the top rope and then he just falls back into a cutter. But this time he just stayed up there for felt like at least 3 seconds, just staying up there. Great balance. And then he hit that backwards cutter. Dustin comes in after Cody got slapped by his wife, and he slaps Jake Hager. What do you call it? Jake Hager hits his triangle choke. It's kind of like the katakatami on Cody, but then Cody turns it into a pin cover, and the ref counts to 3. Jake Hager thinks he won, but he didn't. He got his shoulder spin. He's pissed mad, and he ends up punching the referee in the face, knocking out the referee. This causes like all these referees to come out. You got Jerry Lynn, BJ Whitmer come down. They're just like, hey man, and it looks like he's probably gonna get in trouble for that. Like they're probably gonna suspend him. That's what I'm thinking. The storyline.
Yeah, they already did. They already suspended him today.
Yeah,
They did.
Which makes sense. If you put your hand on the referee, yeah.
But I wonder why they don't. But here's the funny thing: they showed off the comments for that tweet because they knew people are gonna be like, why don't you suspend him in real life over the sexual harassment, the allegations?
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, they showed up. They suspended him for punching the ref. But then
they
showed off.
Oh.
You can't respond to that tweet.
Yeah, but I'm saying is so this is like a fake suspension, right?
Yeah, it's fake.
Okay, yeah.
I did not like this match. I do not like these Cody matches. I don't like them.
See, there's a difference. I think it might be because I'm a fan of Cody, but I thought this match was fine. It's not the best match, but there were some cool spots.
It's just the same shit, and I don't know. I just don't like the way this is going with him. I'm not into it.
By the way,
I can't get into it.
My birthday's coming up, so if anybody wants to get that 3-piece temporary
that tattoo on for our podcast.
Yeah, my birthday.
Everybody know that you're a Cody guy.
Right after this, we get a really cool Darby video package where he's still on the injured list, and he's like, "I'm in the injured list. You guys are not going to medically clear me. Well, I'm going to still skateboard." And it's a skateboarding video. It's a cool skateboarding. There's guys on fire skateboarding. There's a part where he rides a half pipe, somehow places the skateboard right on the edge, and then he backflips onto the skateboard and he skates down. That was really cool. These skateboard videos are fantastic. They're black and white. They make him look so much cooler than he really probably is. Did you like this video package?
Yeah, it was okay.
If you're a kid, if you were like
a little kid,
like 8, even if you're 18, you're going to watch this. You're like, this guy is fucking cool. You know, he's this generation's Jeff Hardy, 100%. We got Orange Cassidy joining on commentary. Remember, Chris Jericho's already on commentary. These guys are going to be in the main event for next week, so they're on commentary for our match number 4: LAX versus Private Party. Private Party win by hitting the gin and juice on Santana. As soon as this match is over, Isaiah Cassidy starts dancing over to commentary. Jericho throws water on him, and then he throws water on Orange Cassidy, and then there's a pull apart. This match was fine. It wasn't the best match, but it wasn't bad either. It was like a TV match.
It was what it was. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the worst. Santana Ortiz, they need to win on the main show next week or something, or in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Gotta give these guys a win.
Yeah, I would say on this night, with both shows, because there were like 2 stinkers on NXT. There weren't any stinkers on this show for me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then you get Omega and Paige interview where they're just talking trash about the best friends. And then something weird. You know what it's like when Omega was talking, like Paige was like looking at him sideways. I was like, I don't know what that's about, but he was. And then comes the part that we're probably going to be spending a lot of time talking about. Taz comes in the ring with Brian Cage because they announced that Jon Moxley, due to COVID, their match for next week on Fyter Fest is now going to be pushed to another week.
2 weeks from tonight, Fight for the Fallen, which means WWE is going to come back with like King of the Ring for NXT or something.
Or Great American Bash Part 3.
Part 3, yeah. But now Fight for the Fallen is in 2 weeks. Yes.
Yeah, you know what? The viewers are benefiting from all of this. You know what? We really are. Taz starts cutting a promo, and he goes, we all know what, you've ever heard what happened. Basically, Jon Moxley cares about everybody here. So he got tested at home twice. He got negative both times. And then if he was to put him back here next week, he was going to get tested here because we don't run a sloppy shop. And then he goes, but you know what? That's not it. You know what you got a case of? You got a case of the chicken shits because you're scared to face Brian Cage, and that's why. And I thought this was a fine promo. I thought this was they're taking a situation.
So apparently,
yes,
they were friends and family of the owners in the upper decks with no masks, and they were not tested when they came in. And they said, "Well, we didn't test them because they're sitting in the upper deck." That's what they said. So not everybody got tested. Here's my thing: if they have promos like this, can bite you in the ass because you did run a sloppy shop. You had people in that fucking arena that were not tested. Also, all your wrestlers should be wearing masks. I don't give a fuck that they were tested. They should be wearing masks. WWE's having them wear masks. You should have them wear masks in the crowd. Is what I'm saying. They should be wearing masks.
Here's okay. I understand what you're saying because you're saying that basically they're
you can't say we don't run a sloppy ship.
I understand.
You are running a sloppy ship.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that you don't like it because it's hypocritical. But here's the thing that this is where I come from. Okay, this is just don't interrupt me. Let me actually get it through first. Number one,
you hate black people.
I don't think anyone told him to say sloppy shop. I think that was Taz's just own words. I don't think what he said reflects what the company was thinking. Because I really think in AEW, they kind of let you say whatever you want. Mm-hmm. So I think this is more like Taz's words. Because Taz, one of the things about Taz that is endearing is that he kind of says whatever's on his mind. He just kind of, he doesn't sugarcoat shit. So I think, number one, people have to understand, this is not the words of the company, it's the words of Taz. Number two, I'm not even looking at it from that standpoint. All I'm looking at it is, okay, we have this real life situation that happened where Jon Moxley can no longer fight in their advertised match for the week they were advertised. Take this and turn it into an angle, which was what Taz did, where he goes, you're avoiding this because you're chicken shit. And I like that. I like that you're thinking, okay, you're taking something and you're fucking using it. You're running with the ball with that, which we always complain WWE never does. So that's why I'm looking at it from there. That's that point. That's the only reason. Those are the reasons why I like it.
I would have liked the promo if he didn't add in the line, we don't run a sloppy shop with us sitting there wearing masks. There was no reason to say, don't draw attention to the fact that you're not doing such a great fucking job.
Yeah.
Because admittedly, you did testing, you're doing a better job in WWE. You're still not doing everything you can for the safety and the benefit of everyone in that building. So if I was Tony Khan, I would have had a meeting at the show and been like, listen, you guys can't draw attention. You guys can't like mock people and say like we're doing things better. Florida is out of control.
Florida is out of control. Over 10,000 in one day.
And so you can say like, I don't think you have COVID, Jon Moxley. I think you're fucking scared of Brian Cage. I totally am down with that. But don't also say, and by the way, I mean, at AEW, we don't run a sloppy shop. You do run a sloppy shop. You don't believe in this virus, just like Vince.
Well, what do you call it? You and I, we've already. If anybody's interested, watch our other episodes where we do criticize how they've done a couple of things where it's just like, I wouldn't have done that. Like where Matt Hardy's clearly bleeding and he goes inside an ice box, that people use, where they have melees with a whole bunch of people who are not even regulars, not even wrestlers, not even extras in the ring, mixing it up with no masks on. They've done a whole bunch of stuff because you know what? At the end of the day, if you want to be running a safe company, you know what you're doing? You're not running any wrestling shows. You're doing what New Japan is doing. You're doing what Raw ROH is doing. And so I 100%, they might be doing a better job than WWE, but it's like saying like, hey, they both got Fs, but Timmy got a 64 and the other guy got like a 30. It's still an F at the end of the day.
I'm just saying. But, I would have told him, don't draw attention to the fact that I'm not running. I am running a sloppy shop.
One of the things I don't think anybody fed him those lines. I think
I don't think so either, because I think you'd be an idiot to feed him that line. Yeah.
So in a way, you can't really fault him for it because that's just one man's work.
I still think. That's why I think they need to have a little bit more control over these guys.
I have a feeling there is probably a good chance that somebody maybe did talk to them out of it afterwards. Because of all this press they're getting now where people are calling them out on the bullshit.
Yeah, because there were people there that weren't tested and had masks.
Somebody's going to be like, at least even ribbing him a little bit about it. So I'm sure Taz is hearing about it. But anyway,
I think I heard Taz was checking people with COVID after the show. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Go, bro.
At the end of the day, I thought this was a great promo.
It was all right.
Then we get to our main event, match number 5. So that means there was 5 matches on both shows.
Hey, bro.
It's going to be the best friends, Trent and Chuck Taylor versus Omega and Hangman Page for the AEW tag titles. We get Trent's mom driving the best friends into the arena. They go past Britt Baker. And then this match begins. Midway into this match, FTR shows up. And then Trent's mom is now, by the way, sitting in the audience watching this match with no mask on as well. I'm sure she got tested, but still. What do you call it? Anyway, what ends up happening is they hit the Hangman Page hits the buckshot lariat, and then he hits a dead eye, and then the buckshot lariat on Trent, and Trent gets covered and loses in front of his mother to Omega and Hangman Page. To me, this was not a main event quality level match, because this is, in a way, it was a one-sided match. Omega and Page really had most of the offense. This was it wasn't a bad match, but this really wasn't a main event match. This was more like a regular TV match. After this match, FTR comes to celebrate with Hangman Page and Omega, and they bring them beers. Hangman takes the beer because Hangman likes to drink. That's his gimmick. Omega, he is straight edge, meaning he doesn't do drugs, doesn't drink. He takes the beer, and then he starts pouring it out. And this causes FTR to get mad, and they try to start a fight. The Bucks come down and try to break things up. And Hangman, because he likes alcohol, he joins FTR, and he starts getting mad at Omega for why'd you waste the beer? Why'd you spill it out? And then that's how it ends. I thought the ending was funny. At least I like the ending at least. But this is a fine match, but NXT had the better main event match.
This is what they've got to do. They've got to do it literally the opening segment next week. They've got to get Kenny Omega back to being the cleaner. This is just such a giant waste of this fucking guy.
Yes.
And
Hangman Page too. He shouldn't be stuck in a
either. Just this shit with Chucky. I love the entrance with Chucky T and the entrance.
His mom dropping him off. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Chuck Taylor looks like shit. I know it's his gimmick. He's supposed to look like shit. He looks like shit. It's so stupid to me that these two guys.
By the way, Evolve and Dragon Gate USA. There's some Chuck Taylor matches in there, and he's in better shape back then too.
He looks like shit. I don't care. That's his fucking gimmick. It looks fucking pathetic that Kenny Omega. Somebody brought a great point. In 2017, Kenny Omega, according to the Google charts, was getting 20 times the amount of Google searches than he is right now, and he's now on national TV every week.
I know.
People don't see him as a star anymore, and his promos are fucking dreadful. That promo he cut in the back. I loved Hangman Page's reaction. Did you see Hangman Page this guy's a fucking idiot?
Yeah.
My reaction. He's like, just the goofy face expressions. This is what everyone thinks Hangman Page is going to turn heel. I think they should have Kenny Omega turn heel and say to the Elite and say to Hangman Page, for the past year and a half, I've been a fucking goofball for you guys. I've been holding myself back for the better of this company. I don't give a shit. I'm taking Moxley's belt. I'm taking Cody's belt, and I'm the fucking cleaner. This is my company. There's no more time to waste with this kid. There's no more time to waste. And it hurts this show. This show would be 1,000 times better if he was promoted as a Rob Van, as like how, not even how like Austin, how Rob Van Dam was promoted in ECW. Whereas like you come to
I'm gonna say Kenny Omega, the way he's been in AEW is the way like somebody who was fired from WWE would behave in Impact Wrestling, where like they're just phoning things in.
Can you imagine if WWE booked Kenny Omega like this?
But they would. They probably would.
That's the insane part. People would be going ballistic. How what a waste it was for this guy. Dude, he's booking himself like Nakamura's being booked on SmackDown.
Yeah. And I get it. There's probably a part of it.
Long term, but the story's going too long now. The story should have kicked into overdrive.
It's probably because he doesn't want to be like, hey, I'm not booking myself to win all the time, guys. Like,
no, but he's the star.
It's
you know what? It sucks that people are probably gonna say that, but you're the in the ring.
You're
the star, not Cody. I don't want to see fucking Cody do
when it was the Young Bucks and it was Cody and Hangman Page all signed from the Elite. Everybody was waiting on your decision. They were like, because you were the big star, and it's time where he needs to be pushed like the big star.
Let's say, for example, and this is the other weird thing about this. Let's say, for example, Florida tells WWE and AEW, you have to shut down tomorrow. There's no more shows. And Dave Meltzer's right. Tony Khan's like, that's it. AEW's over. I'm going to go jerk off in my basement for the rest of my life. If he goes to WWE right now, they're not going to promote him like they would have 2 years ago. Because 2 years ago, he would have came in almost like AJ Styles came in. You know? Mm-hmm. Now they're going to be like, well, you've been losing to Fat Chuck Taylor. You've been getting beat up by Fatso Chuck Taylor and Private Party and Dustin Rose on the fucking show. So we're going to book you like we've been booking fucking Nakamura and fucking Bobby Lashley. Because you're not, well, you know, he's booking himself into a shitty position if he does go somewhere else. He's presenting him. It's bizarre to me they're not presenting him as a star.
Yeah. So he's just got to step up his game. But
that's what makes. But that's what kind of hurts this match and this storyline. It's like, why are you holding this guy back? And why, you know, why does FTR get mad that Kenny Omega's not drinking? Kenny Omega doesn't drink. We know that.
Okay, so overall, I thought this was a great show. This was a lot of fun.
It was okay. The best match ever, best women's match in AEW history. So, 1,000 stars.
There's not a bad match in this though. There wasn't a bad match.
Cody Rhodes is pretty bad.
I mean, are we talking like Rhea Ripley versus Robert Stone, Aaliyah?
No, but it was boring. I hated it. I wanted to kill myself.
I guess so, but I mean, like the worst match of the night definitely goes to it.
Well, you know what? I'll say Cody was worse than Rhea Ripley because Rhea Ripley's match wasn't boring. This is boring.
Oh, that match was boring. I didn't like that.
This was boring. Cody Rhodes and Jack Swagger, boring.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so there's your pick.
He should be arrested, I think.
Both shows were good. Ray's going with NXT. I'm going with AEW tonight for Last Line of Dennis. These are the matches announced for next week on Fyter Fest Part 2. We got Nyla Rose in action. I'm guessing a jobber because they don't give her opponent. We got SCU, which is all three members, Christopher Daniels, Scorpio Sky, and Frankie Kazarian versus Colt Cabana, Brody Lee, and Stu Grayson, all from the Dark, or representing the Dark Order. We got Lance Archer versus Joey Janela. Private Party versus the Tag Team Champions, which are now, we know, is going to be Kenny Omega and at Hangman Page. We get Orange Cassidy and Jericho, and which I don't think is going to be the main event. I think the main event is the 8-man tag because they mentioned that last.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the main event. I think there's going to be an angle. There's going to be a major angle during that.
There's going to be a major angle, which is, like, remember, one of the things they talked about when they were forming this company was that they're going to make tag teams up in the main event level, which they do a lot. So it's the 8-man tag is basically, it's a Young Bucks teaming with FTR, which is formerly the Revival, versus the Lucha Brothers and Butcher and the Blade. This is the first match since COVID broke out for the Lucha Brothers. You know they're gonna bring it. You could tell they're super excited to be in a fucking wrestling match.
They already filmed Fyter Fest, so even if Florida shuts down, I'm still gonna see this. Both shows are good film.
Yes.
So
and then 2 weeks from that, it's gonna be Fight for the Fallen. Only one match announced: Moxley versus Brian Cage.
10,000 new cases. They have not yet shut down Florida. I don't understand what it's going to take. I don't know. It's
10,000
wild.
deaths, probably.
It's wild. Well, but you know, if AEW misses one show, they're out of business. So Cody has to go suck dick. Brandy's going to be fucking being like, I'll finger myself on your webcam for $1.
I'm back. Anyway, those are our reviews, guys.
That's it. Thank you so much for listening to me and Andrew Lee. Sorry about his racism. Tomorrow we'll be back with the SmackDown 205 Live NXT UK report. I'm sure we'll have more news tomorrow as Florida inches closer to death, and we're all going to die. So thank you. See you tomorrow.
Have a good night, everybody.
Be safe.